Hello and welcome to the Sunbirdcrochet Podcast. My name is Claudia and I'm coming to you from Germany. Today is Saturday. It's 9:24. I was watching Fixer Upper, but now I'm taking my time to come to you because we want to talk about crochet and knitting, right?
Appalachian sunrise meets my skin. Even with my eyes still closed, I can feel it coming in. Golden, golden, I'll follow only golden, 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 golden things. Mountain laurel high fives for miles in spring. Rainbow trout and a hummingbird wing. Golden, I'll follow only golden, golden, golden things. Gold hair, gold rings, gold leaves, gold anything.
Today I have for you one finished object, two works in progress, a new cast on, and a bit of incoming. But let's first talk about what I'm wearing, because I'm wearing today a color work in crochet sweater. I've made this a couple of years ago. It's a mix of the Taroko sweater and the Soldotna sweater. The Soldotna is a knitting pattern by Boylan Knitworks, and the Taroko is a crochet colorwork sweater pattern by Nomad Stitches, who is Sandra Gutierrez, the host of Plyful.com. And basically, I was tired of being shown all these lovely, beautiful knitted colorwork sweaters, and I've made mine in crochet using the waistcoat stitch, sometimes called the center single crochet stitch. And as in the Taroko, I've made an area with lace work here to ease up the stiffness of the yoke. And I'm very happy with this sweater, but I'm not wearing it too often, I must say. So today I thought I would put it on and celebrate with you the beauty of crochet colorwork. Just like behind me here, that's another one. Hildegard is lurking behind me, wearing my finished object. So this is my finished object. It's the Alpine Bloom Tee, another knitting pattern which I've bought. I'm always buying the patterns if I use the charts. And then I've added some sleeves there and there, some short or 3/4 sleeves, and the body using the shell stitch from the Sunny Top from Murid Magazine spring issue last year. And I'm very happy with it. I wasn't able to use the complete chart of the Alpine Bloom because the colorwork in crochet always ends up bigger than the knitting colorwork, or with my gauge anyway. But I'm very happy with it. I've used up a lot of vintage yarn which I inherited, and as you can see, it's very colorful. This is definitely going to be a party top or a summer top, one of those things which are a statement piece and which you really have to brave up to wear. But I can imagine wearing a linen dress with it and maybe a little a little neutral colored cardi, and then it will be a stunner, right? I've even woven in the ends, and it's just ready to be worn at the moment. Hildegard is wearing it because she feels like summer should be here. She feels the spring vibes. The birds are already starting to sing outside. Last night I've been in an online craft night meeting run by Mariette, who is the Burfro, and we had lots of fun. And since they are living in South Africa, in the southern hemisphere, they really had sweltering hot temperatures, moving on into their autumn vibes. Some of the ladies had thunderstorms, which is usual for that time of year. And now I look outside and we have rain. There had been snow in the south of Germany recently, so we are not yet here with the springtime, but yeah, let's hope for some nice cold clear sky weather days. Talking about crafting communities, I've also been taking part in a live YouTube video, or rather a meeting on Zoom, which was live transferred or transmitted to YouTube, run by Yalin, who is made by Yalin. And we were talking about our new knit along. So let's move on to works in progress. So I've cast on something new. The knit along is the Vertices Unite World knit along. We are all making a Vertices Unite shawl, which is a pattern by Stephen West, West Knits. And this is mine so far. It's not really that big yet. This is the front. I was showing you the back. I've made a little mistake here. I must have done a yarn over. There's a little hole and it's not going to come apart or anything, but I thought I won't rip this all back. I will just use a little tiny bit of thread and I will sew it close later once I've finished section A. So you are supposed to use 2 colors for each section, or at least for section 1, which is the biggest section of a shawl. I am making, however, the small version of the Vertices Unite shawl because my crafting life can't deal with a major knitting project. This is just a easy time go-to garter stitch shawl, I believe, so no fancy schmancy things. Yeah, and this is how far I've come. This is the progress from that Zoom meeting. What you can't see is the progress which I had made before that, which was that size, and I had to rip it back because while I was chatting I forgot to do what the instructions said. Yeah, so I had to rip back like 4 times, and now I'm back to basically where I was with a little bit of extra progress. I might pick this up later and I will try not to make further mistakes while watching TV. This should be easy, but yeah, my concentration wasn't the best, I suppose. I'm using yarn from Stash. At the moment for section 1, I'm using these 2. This is Mominoki yarn. What was this? This was Punk Rock Unicorn. This is more like a sage. The color is called sage, even though it looks gray or white. This is more like a greenish beige sage color. And my other colors are these 3. This is more like a plum color, and then there is a peach color and a bright orange, a neon orange. So I hope that this will become a lovely Vertices Unite shawl. This knit along is open to anyone who wants to join us. Just send a message to Yalin and she will add you to our WhatsApp group. And then there's crochet. You've probably spotted my Take Two shawl in the little intro movie. I am busy working on the next section, and this is my progress so far. This is the first section, which we already talked about. And then there's a stripy section. And then I've worked on this section, which I really, really enjoyed. I think it's a beautiful result. I'm loving this shawl for the textures, not for the stripy bits, for these sections here. This is just so beautiful. And just imagine you could also use the same pattern and you make yourself a summer top with a bit of, just make 2 squares and join them together here at the top and at the side. Maybe a little bit of lace work here to give you a bit of space for your neck. That would be beautiful. This is a paid for pattern by Sweet Crochet Dreams, who is Mariana Müller. She's also South African. And this was gifted to me by Carol Wolf. Thank you, Carol. At the time, I was giving away some of my makes and I was asking for the postage in the form of crochet patterns. And that was one of them. So thank you. You are giving me still joy. Beautiful. There. Yeah, I can't stop looking at it. So it's a good sign. Highly recommend this pattern. And then I've got a bit of a finish your current projects vibe and move on to another. So what I've done is after I finished this one here, I've picked up my other sweater project, which is still lurking in the background. I am almost done. I'm working on the sleeve here at the moment, on this sleeve. This is the Alyak sweater pattern also by Nomad Stitches. Sandra Gutierrez. But I've added my own little twist down here with some front post, back post stitch design here, and then just a nice ribbing here at the bottom, which I've finished. I've done this ribbing here at the hem last night during the meeting with Mariette. So those meetings are the best time to do something tedious like ribbing and crochet. I prefer doing this kind of ribbing than the front post, back post ribbing because it gives a much nicer and neater look and it actually stretches. So yeah, I'm happy with this one. Just have to finish the sweater sleeves. And then this one will be done as well. You might see this next time as a finished object. Maybe. I've been busy buying decorations for Easter. And again, I'm making Etsy rich. I am supporting independent crafters who are selling their works on Etsy. I would also buy it somewhere else, but this is the most convenient place for me. I'm not paid by Etsy or anything like that. Just let me show you what I've bought this time because I think it's beautiful. There's a seller. I've bought those decorations here for Easter from 2 sellers, and I will put their names here on top of my head because it's not in my head right now, which is which. So I've bought these tiny little bunny decorations. lots of them. They are all in different fabrics. There. Nice, lovely fabric. Sorry, completely out of focus. Each of these bunnies are in a different fabric. This is a lovely way to use your leftover fabric, I suppose. But this is such fiddly work. I believe that she stitched this together by hand. And I don't want to say something wrong, but I believe that I paid €2.50 for each of those. So something like that. It came to about €21 with including postage for 7 of these little bunnies. So I'm sorted for Easter. And she also gave me a little heart as an extra with a button on over it. And then also some hearts, also in beautiful fabric. Struggling there, beautiful fabric and blurry again. Believe me when I say that these beautiful hearts are just that, beautiful. I recognize some of those fabrics, like this one here. This is Tilda fabric. And yeah, then the other seller, I bought 2 bigger hearts, including a bunny face there. A beautiful bunny heart with tiny pearls or beads as the eyes. And here's the other one. And then for my bowl with flowers, I always buy some hyacinths for Easter time. I will put this cute bunny in the middle of it. It's so cute. Just imagine a pot of flowers and this one popping up in the middle of it. So cute. Yeah, so I'm in spring mood. Yeah, let's chat a little bit. There's not really that much news on the horizon. One big thing, of course, is Murid magazine, the next issue, spring 2024. I've already pre-ordered mine when it came out, and I will show it to you once it has arrived. I don't know when it will arrive, but I think it won't be this month. Probably not, maybe at the end of March. I'm not sure. And otherwise, I've seen that John Arben Textiles is dropping a new line of wool, which looked really beautiful, dark tones. And I am currently quite behind watching podcasts, and I don't know, work is very busy. Most of you know that I've started a new work at the end of last year, and that's really taking lots of my time. Something which you don't want to miss out on is tomorrow's live surplus yarn stories run by Leani and Mariette. And their host, or no, not their host, their guest tomorrow is Martha Mitchell. And I hope that we'll get a little bit of a glimpse of lovely Lachlan. Martha has a cute little puppy dog at the moment. He's discovering the world. He had his first train trip follow Marta and the other lovely ladies. Liani is Independence Yarn Crafts, and Mariette is Die Bofro. And it's always wonderful to be able to connect with a craft and just finding your kind of people. I think that last time I mentioned the first podcast episode by Rika, who is Wool Around the World. She is currently in an area with no internet, and so that's why you still have to wait for her first episode to be uploaded. But I've watched she sent me an unlisted link to her first episode, and I had a pre-watch, so to say, and it will be very interesting and very diverse. She is switching between showing her projects and showing the adventures she has in different countries, in India, in Vietnam, and really, really interesting if you like traveling and cultures and crafting. Yeah, what I'm going to do today after finishing this podcast and uploading it, I will watch Dawn's Days, and she's also the Woven Almanac. I want to watch her latest episode, which is uploaded. Also, Ruth Loves to Knit has a new episode up, and Fleece and Harmony are talking about books. They uploaded it last night and I wasn't able to watch it yet. So lots of wonderful podcasting people out there to watch, to follow, to cheer on. And I also am keen to see Sandra Paul's new house. They moved recently and she made several parts of it showing the packing of stuff in her old house, moving, and then her new house. So she's taking us along the trip, which is wonderful. I'm always keen on life, watching people and their life. And no other news really. Sorry if I'm boring this time. Oh yes, the hand harmonica thing, that kind of took over my life. My sister tried out my hand harmonica and then she had to buy herself a used one as well. And now I have to play the harmonica with her together. Not just Christmas songs, but also she is into carnival songs, Cologne carnival songs, and it's just taking over my life. I had to order some new shoulder straps because the old ones are really yucky, like falling apart. So I guess I commit now to this music instrument. I think that's a wrap up of everything crafty at the moment. Thank you for spending time with me here, for subscribing, for coming back, for being a friend, and I hope that I was able to give you a bit of fun time, relaxing time, and that I will see you next time again, whenever that will be, probably in a week. So see you, bye. But for the texture